O fate-saddled child, O anguished traveler, O thou who art seared with bitterness, O thou anguished traveler, O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler.
The Halliators.
My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg.
Right, let's go to the ancient Elden Sanctum. Rank is free falling.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince. No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Can you walk, lad?
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the right here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you.
Shout out Stroll for owning up.
I should have recognized Luis's
and apologizing. He didn't need to.
It's behind us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it. I will never turn from you. And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
Okay.
All right then.
This looks like... Who are you?
Where they first met?
Are you all right?
My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Someone's watching us.
So here you are at last.
Don't say shaded person as if it isn't fucking Zorba. I don't like. We're not an idiot. We're not idiots.
All right then.
Shady person, right. Get out.
All right then.
Skirt.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
Give him a Scottish accent ruin any way they can hide it. Yeah, true. Honestly. Because between him and what? Barden and Morris? Yeah, I think those are the only 3 Scottish accents we hear.
It was burned to the ground. One day a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up.
Can you imagine?
Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
Was Grease a Scottish accent?
Why would his majesty...
I don't remember, you know.
An atrocity.
Thinking back now.
Some respect in Grease's name. True.
The charge.
I forgot.
I can't be certain.
Yeah.
But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elder tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire.
We saw...
And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest?
Speaking of Grease.
No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there. What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back.
That's a slash to the back, but okay.
He even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I don't like this.
What about the prince? We need to hurry up. Hurry. Okay, there we are. How do I get to it? Huh? Huh? Oh. I feel like they'll feel... What? I feel like they'll feel alarmed if we all swarmed in on them as a big group like this. Let's leave them be and move on. What do we talk... Huh? Okay. Finally, other fairies. So what are the origin of fairies then? It's a fairly old Yugi man. It seems he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-tressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
That's no way we find out about this.
Magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy, twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
This is how we find out?
Russell, where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest.
You're going to stay here?
Should he know who the main character is? He should. Since he was in the same room where Gallagher got a mission, exactly. I was about to pull up the tapes. Oh my god. Main character forgot what his mission was in the beginning of the game, and he was trying to figure out what it was. What's going on here? Hold on. He was in the room. He was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. I kind of want to bring up the tapes, but I don't know. I don't remember where exactly in the beginning that was. So that'll be a waste of time. All right.
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
I'm a little worried.
Prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves.
It's nearly time.
This voice. It's Elsie.
Have I waited?
It shouldn't be full of monsters.
Pardon?
What's going on? Are you truly Elder?
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity is befalling us. Now that I get a close look at you, are you Elder? I hope the prince was the only Elder within the resistance. Why does no one know who I am? Why does no one know who I am? But these are Elder.
You must have
Forgettable. True.
the time.
Nah, look at me with my blue hair. Look at my main protagonist ass face. I've got 2 different colored eyes. Why does no one know who I am?
All was for this day. There is still time.
Gallagher, is that really you? I was wondering where you'd gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others, they're fine. It was just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallagher, we have to go gather petals from that flower patch in the forest. Maybe later I'm on a mission. Now isn't really the time to. You change, Gallagher. You even starting to talk like one of them. So weird. Huh? Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now. Look at you talking like a person.
Hello there.
The prayer room is located further in. At the moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't don't cause a disturbance. We have questions indeed. Let's go. Fairies don't give a fuck. Why is there a person selling me potions?
This way.
There he is.
No. Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruiday.
Gruiday.
It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruiday.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king?
Did I? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, Her Majesty.
Who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
No, we don't.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames, and it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see,
no one raised the king.
this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy.
I was in the room!
It can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, milady Gruide? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave...
Thank you!
in the first place.
I'm glad that we are addressing this.
Hurry.
Hear that voice coming from somewhere.
You okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place...
Oh my fucking god, it was here! We've been awakening in this Elden Sanctum the entire time.
Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
Are we awakening again?
I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past. I see the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It's all a mistake.
It was all a mistake.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
What's happening here?
He is no longer with us.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Absolutely fucking not.
That's not...
Wert thy efforts all for naught?
He's not dead.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth.
I think that was a Persona 4 moment.
The curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? To name but a few. Thy parents? Memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes. Thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
Just don't remember.
I just don't remember.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart, surely. Thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
My other self?
The trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
See,
so
my true identity is...
My final question. Who art thou in truth?
I refuse to know, it's crazy. I am the prince.
I am the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious rush.
So all of those prompts and questions was hey, if you choose the wrong obvious answers, you're gonna game over right here. I believe that's what that was. Like that's why when I say it's a Persona 4 moment with fuck, it's an old game with the whole Adachi thing.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
That'll railroad you to fuck to the right answer. That too, potentially.
Hark, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession.
Is that why when I die I'll get a game over it says fantasy is dead?
Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was.
And they met in this field.
The time hath come. Awaken.
Oh, yeah. As soon as we learned about the existence of a mother, which honestly we should have thought about, I was like, oh, that's the voice we've been hearing. Interesting. I don't know why I didn't see it. Okay. I didn't even know it was a spoiler. Okay. So I've seen the main character with silver hair. What? I thought it was a DLC costume type thing.
What's happened?
Thou hast done well
Okay.
to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait.
That's why she said she misspoke.
Those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose.
I had no idea we were in ads because that didn't notify me. So BRB.
A memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey
Twitch showing me regain ads.
not made alone, but alongside him.
No.
Not regain.
That can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask.
He super wasn't.
But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
I was never in the room when it happened.
But I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean?
I didn't even realize. I just realized she's in time stop.
Thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel fine.
I feel fine, I think.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone?
Bro went from being the Persona 3 protagonist to the Persona 4 protagonist. Crazy.
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material Magla. much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes.
He himself was composed of pure magic, of pure magla, who also eats and pisses and shits in the toilet and gains luck every Sunday, just like humans, everyone else does.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along.
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Then I hereby pronounce your sentence.
Give the poor knight a break, will you? You've been by her side all this time. You of all people know how much she's gone through.
I'm already only joking.
I will protect you, even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Same as always.
Captain. Same as always.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
This is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
It's been a long afternoon.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes.
Is she an elder as well? She must be.
But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a
One might even call it final.
possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this.
Say it with a bit of, say it again with a bit of ReFantazio.
Had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
This is even remotely Nomura.
A voice? Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
Every day I wake up and I happen, and I hate it.
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on.
You all heard it when you awakened.
Think of it. That sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Oh, Lodestar.
Who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
Sort of.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
You've all been here.
Say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life
I've decided that I'm gonna after this scene I'm gonna rank everyone's
we want to know
awakening scenes.
what is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder?
We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism.
But this village, it is something altogether different.
I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Right. Start at the bottom. Starting at the bottom. Keep thinking about it every time Judah slips into American mid-sentence. So I did say this before. So I found out on Reddit what someone on Reddit basically asked the actress what the accent's supposed to be, and the actress said it is meant to be a light West Country accent, West Country, Bristol, da 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 da. But to keep it light, just to sort of allude to her having to mask or code switch or whatever. Or having to have done that all her life, basically. That's what the actress said. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so awakening scenes at the bottom. Wait, hold on. I have to remember all of them now.
What now?
In my head. Basilio's at the bottom. I talked about this last stream, maybe, about how I think Basilio's awakening was rushed. He didn't really have any big speech. It felt shoot in, and it should have waited. Either it should have waited or it should have happened soon after Del died, when Zorba and Luis were still there, but that might not have been appropriate, so then it should have just waited a bit more. After he pulls out his heart microphone, you should have something big to say. But all he said is, "See you around, Del," and then transforms. I do, like I said before, I do appreciate how non-standard it was. but I'm a sucker for a pattern, and it just didn't sort of follow the same pattern for me. So, but everything surrounding Basilio's moment was fantastic, but the awakening scene didn't hit for me. Next on that list, I'm going to say would be Zaius main characters. Yes, it's the first one, and yes, it's the only one that's animated like in like 2D animation. But because the main character is not allowed to speak unless prompted, you know, I didn't really feel anything other than him just gaining a new power. Stroll, Hulkenberg, and Heisman said their names. The others didn't, and this is the thing. I'm trying to think. So I said, wait, Zaius second. Oh, Zaius second from last. So I'm going from worst to best. So Basilio, then Zaius. Then I'm gonna say I might need to watch Heismaze again. I might need to watch Heismaze again. So I don't recall it all so well. And when I say awakening scenes, I'm talking purely from the moment when the voice says, "Oh, Lodestar." There's an episode that it will be coming out. It's called "Let Heismaze Spit on the Mic for a Bit." There we go.
Oh, fate-saddled child. Anguished traveler.
Oh wait, shh. Where is my other scene? Right. Let Heismaze speak on the mic, spit on the mic for a bit. It would be somewhere here. No. Here. Towards the end. When the fuck did he awaken? Here. Hey.
'Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone.
O Lodestar, falters in memory. O thou
anguished traveler.
Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
I am Heismaze Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands, soiled or sinless, I fight!
I am going to go. So, Basilio, Zaius, then Juna for me. Then Heismaze. Juna and Heismaze are split by a hair, to be fair. But I think I like Heismaze a little bit more than Juna's. Then Hulkenberg. Then Stroll. Then Yufa. Yufa is my favorite. Yufa's one is my favorite. I actually really enjoyed Yufa's one. Unfortunately, Yufa doesn't say, I am euthanasia. She doesn't say that. But I think the scream she scrumped when tearing her own heart out was so visceral and so raw. I actually quite enjoyed it. And then her speech as well during it was absolutely fantastic. Highest Mace had far more weight than Juna. I wouldn't say far more weight, but I just liked it a bit more, I guess. But yeah, no, I think Yufa's awakening scene was my favorite. I really like Stroll. Stroll's like a very close second though, because I like the direction of his awakening, about how like he's spitting on the mic and, you know, speaking to loads of people and stuff like that, and then he does like sort of like a rock star thing and then explodes and then turns into his archetype. That was really cool. Yeah. So we are now the prince. I think they shortened them over time because the early ones are meant to hook you and show the significance, but later ones they didn't want to overstay the welcome. They could have overstayed as much as they want. I look forward to the awakening scenes. I feel like Berserker, it should have been him going mad over Fidelio and rushing into a fight. Yeah, he should have sounded for Berserker. Yeah, it should have sounded way more angry than it was.